Okay.
Do your introduction first, and I'll do the one that comes after my hair.
Okay. Okay. Here we go. Hey everybody, welcome back to From the Holler. If you're new around here, my name is Missy, and on this channel we are dedicated to loving and supporting each other through our loved ones' addictions, regardless of what that addiction may be. As you can tell, we have a special guest tonight.
My addiction is Swiss Miss milk chocolate powder without being put into hot water.
Looks like you've done been into some with the chocolate all over your face.
No.
Right there.
This?
Yeah, right there. Or is
That's
that steak sauce?
no.
Ketchup?
This is steak sauce. This is a little.
I was talking about that.
That's steak sauce.
Okay. So, what you gonna do?
No, I already said my introduction.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Swiss Miss powder thing.
So, is that it?
Yeah.
Are you done?
What's up? Hi.
Are you done?
Hold on. Let's see how long I can hold my breath.
No, let's don't do that, okay? Oh, okay. Okay. I think you need to go find Pat.
I'm gonna eat so much Swiss out of my belly hurts.
Okie dokie. All day long, y'all. All day long. Okay? Lord. If I had half that energy, I swear, I'd be good. I would be good. I'm not even kidding. Whew. So, I hope everybody's having a good week so far. We are working our butts off. Hey Ashley, hey Dina, hey Dee, hey Randall. We have been working our butts off, y'all, trying to get some stuff done. It's beautiful weather. Okay, it is. It's beautiful weather here. We are in the high 70s, very low 80s. And y'all, I've been loving it. I'm not even going to lie. I have been loving it. I have been outside, working in the garden, getting some stuff cleaned up there, pulling weeds, all the things. And I have loved it. I am working in my garden again. It's awesome. It's awesome. I got the crud feel like garden. Oh no! Dee, I am so sorry. I hate to hear that. There's a lot going around here right now. They just started school back. Hey, Rebecca. And this time of year, you couldn't pay me to be anywhere near a public school. Okay? You just couldn't. And, yeah. So, the vid is back. Hot and heavy. There is a summer stomach bug that is going around. And there's something else. I don't remember what the other thing was that's going around, but it's crazy. So, yeah. Yeah. Currently 85 degrees. Woo! Sinus and coughing like crazy. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. That's tough, girl. That is tough. That coughing, that's what gets me. I hate to cough. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. So, bless your heart. Hey, Marianne. Thank y'all for jumping on and spending time with me this evening. Got a lot going on. Not gonna lie, got a lot going on. Um, I made snacks. Well, I make these things every week for us to have because y'all know Paps is a chocoholic. Okay, I say it every time. He's a chocoholic, and in order to feed his chocoholicism, I supply him with healthier, sugar-free snacks. So today I have made, and I did do a video, okay? Y'all will see it. I made no bake protein bites, sugar free, delicious. Oh my gosh, we have them. We keep them in the refrigerator. He takes some to work. Kelly takes some to work. Aiden and I snack on them. They're delicious. And I made some sugar free sourdough chocolate chip muffins. They're so good. I was just eating one right before I hit the go live button. So they are delicious, and you guys will see that video probably this weekend. I'm going to try, okay? I got a lot going on. I'm going to try my best to get some videos out this weekend. I've been making them. I just ain't had time to sit down and edit them. So there's that. So anyway, we got a lot to talk about tonight. So let's just jump into it, okay? Let's just get it done. Oh, it was so good. Yeah. This recipe will be my new muffin base recipe. I swear it will. You can change out the chocolate chips for, blueberries or whatever flavor you want. And yeah, they are delicious. They are delicious. So anyway, so if you guys saw my community post this morning, you will have seen where I'm at in my healing journey. The meme says, I lived in a state of alert for so long that now I have to teach my nervous system that being calm isn't the same as being sad. And I said, being the mom of an addict for over 15 years, this has been, and I do see a typo, I'm human, okay? This has been a real issue in my life. Never knowing when that phone call, text message, or knock on the door was going to come kept me on high alert. It's been exhausting. It's robbed me of my peace and happiness, and I can no longer allow that. I'm in the process of healing. Not just healing from the events that have occurred this year. If y'all know what's going on in my life this year, you will know instantly what I'm talking about there. But I'm healing from the past 15 plus years. It's time. Okay? And I'm just gonna tell you guys. Hi Melody. Aiden and I were cleaning some stuff out of my closet the other day. And he found a mouse pad. This mouse pad is 25 to 28, 29 years old. Okay? And I know this to be a fact. And I'm going to guess closer to 28, 29 years. A friend of mine's mom and dad made, this was back when, the printers and stuff first came out and people were making mouse pads back in the mid-90s. People were making mouse pads and coffee cups and things like that. And my best friend at the time, her mom and dad had that, and they had a little business, and my two youngest boys, hey CF, she thought the world of them, okay? And she would grab them up. If we went to the flea market where they were set up, she would see my boys. She would grab them. She would take their picture and put it on something. And that day was no different. I remember it. And they were just little. Joseph was maybe 2 years old, maybe 3. He was little, okay? And it's him and his older brother. And he was maybe 4, my older son. 4 to 5, somewhere in there. They weren't old. But we found that. And that struck a nerve with me, okay? That was, the picture was of my beautiful boy, you know? It was of my beautiful boy. And I sent it to my older son. Hey, Jesse. And I said, look what we found today. And, he just kind of laughed because they had their leashes on. This was back when leashes first came out, okay? And, I got looks and stares and called bad names and everything because I put my littles on a leash. But there were also a whole bunch of kids disappearing around here. And, I just wasn't going to allow my kids to be next on their list. And I've told you before, they'd go into stealth mode and be gone. So, my son was like, the old doggy leashes or something like that, You could have at least taken the leashes off before the picture was made. I'm like, but we wouldn't have the memories to sit here and talk about now, And I don't know, that just set off, going back that far, that just set off a whole chain reaction of me going through Joseph's childhood and also going through from the day I found out about his addiction, and starting forward from there. Y'all, if I could go back to the day before I found out about his addiction, if I could go back to that day, to my old self, and spend just a little bit of time with her, okay? There are so many things I would tell her. So many things I would tell her. And I think one of the main things is be ready for the long haul. This is not going to be over and done with anytime soon. Be ready for the long haul. Prepare yourself now. Give yourself grace. Take it easy on yourself. Hey, Brenda. Love yourself. All the things. Hey, Erica. I've got a lot to heal from. A lot that has never... Hey, Brenda. A lot that has never been spoken about here publicly. I don't know when or if I will ever be able to speak on it, I don't know. I don't know. Um, I do want to say this. I am trying to decide whether or not to do a video concerning the day that I found Joseph. And include a video of what I walked in on. Because there is a video. It's a short one. But I did it not for this, okay? That was the furthest thing from my mind. I did it so that I could show the EMTs or the doctors or whoever, okay, what was happening. Because I didn't know at the time whether I could speak and be understood. Does that make sense? And so I picked up my phone and I made a short video. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do one or not. I don't know that I can make it through it. While I was moving videos over to edit last week, I found that one. Y'all, I had forgot all about it. Okay? And I'm like, what in the world? Why would I have that? Why would I have a video with that thumbnail? And I opened it up and I instantly almost regretted it. But it was cathartic for me to watch it. Okay? It was, believe it or not, it was cathartic for me to watch it. It was therapeutic. I needed to see that. I needed to hear that. And the way I'm feeling right now is that if it will help any other mama to know that this can happen, okay? You're not alone. If you've been through this, you're not alone. It's okay. Hey, Kathy. Then that's what I want to do. It's going to be hard. Okay? It's going to be hard to get through that. But I did make a promise that I would show good, bad, or ugly. Okay? I did promise that. So, I have talked to Joseph one time this week. And no, it don't, Marianne. I've talked to him one time this week. That was hard. That was real hard. I miss my kid. It's different talking to him on the phone, telling him, I love you and I miss you and all the things. it's different from him being here and actually wanting to have something to do with me and actually caring about whether I'm sick or I'm not. I mean, and it's that may sound really, really selfish. I don't even know. Um, I just miss my kid. I just miss my kid. And Aiden's missing his daddy. We knew, and I've talked to you guys about this a couple of times, telling you that, Aiden was having a few issues and stuff, and he's getting into stuff. I'll tell you a quick little story about that. The reason why we had to clean this stuff out was because I went in my closet a week or so ago, maybe almost 2 weeks ago, and I saw a pink strap like laying behind some stuff, okay? And I thought, what is that? And I moved some stuff and I picked it up and I instantly realized what it was. Most of y'all know I used to sell Pure Romance. Had my own business through them. I'm retired now, okay? But I won a Michael Kors purse, a very nice one, from Pure Romance for reaching a sales goal, okay? And y'all, it had only been carried one time. It still had tags on it, okay? It still does. I carried it one time to an event to show it off to other consultants. Brought it home, took all my stuff out of it, put my stuff into, my old purse, put that away. Didn't think anything about it for several years now. I just had it put up. Well, there laid that strap. It had been cut. So I started digging and I found the other strap. He cut both of the straps off of my Michael Kors purse. Yeah. Also found the tool that he used to cut that off that belonged to Paps. And yeah. So an almost $400 purse he cut the straps off of and destroyed it within a few minutes. And so there's that. And then, what day was it? Monday. He and Kelly, when on her off days, they go visit her mama and her granny. I've told you guys about, what Aiden did. Aiden did it. Okay. I've told you about, the situation with that. But they go visit and check on them and all the things. And I'm good with that. That gives me a little bit of a break. But those are hard days for me too because I'm alone and all I have to do is just think. Okay? It's quiet. But anyway, they took her mama out for a picnic and a trip to Walmart while they were up there. And just to kind of get her out of the house, she's, been taking care of her mama. And so while they were in Walmart, Joseph called Kelly. And of course, he wanted to talk to Aiden. Aiden wanted to talk to him, So Kelly, like she always does, handed Aiden the phone and said, "Here you go." And as soon as Aiden heard Joseph's voice, he went into a complete and total meltdown. Right in the middle of Walmart, screaming at the top of his lungs, crying for his daddy. We all knew it was coming. Y'all, we saw the signs. I've told you guys. And his therapist even, we've talked about it with her. She's talked about it with him, about his feelings and stuff like that. We knew it was coming. We just didn't know when. And unfortunately, I wasn't there. I wasn't there to be with him or with her or anything else. So she just laid the phone down. He's crying for his daddy. And his daddy is on the other end hearing all this. Thank you, Lord. Finally. She just lays the phone down and is consoling Aiden and, hugging him up, making sure he's okay, trying to calm him down, trying to bring him out of it. And again, Joseph hears everything. And when she finally got Aiden calmed down and he was okay, she said that he was crying so hard that he was about to lose his breath. He was really having an issue with this, and that's the way he does. It builds up in him, and he has to let it go, and then he's okay. That's the way he handles it. But once she picked the phone back up after everything was over and done with, and she picked the phone back up, Joseph was squalling. And he said, "That's heartbreaking." And she said, "That's every day." She said, "He tells us how much he misses you on a daily basis." I mean, she just rammed it, okay? Rammed it right down his throat. And I am so proud of her. Like, Joseph he needed to hear that. He needed to hear and know what his son goes through. He does. He does. He needed to know. And he told her, he said, "I don't want him to hear me cry. I don't want," and I thought, don't do that. Let him see that it bothers you. Let him see that he matters. Let him see, that you're there, that you're human too. But she hung up the phone with Joseph, and of course later on he sent her a text message and told her that it was for Aiden. And y'all, I can't, I'm going to cry my eyes out, okay? Because it was the most heartfelt, mature, unmedicated words of love and nurturing that and dad like that I have ever seen or heard my son. In probably Aiden's whole little life, okay? And he told Aiden, he said, "I love you more than life." I'm going to paraphrase, okay? Because I can't. He told him that he loved him more than life itself and that none of this is his fault. That this is all on Daddy. Daddy made bad mistakes. And if Daddy could go back and change it, he would. But he can't right now. And that Daddy has to pay for his mistakes. Daddy's not gone forever. Just for right now. And that Aiden is his best friend. Was it his rock bottom? I don't know. But I can tell you this. Since that day, he has made sure that Aiden knows that he's loved. And that he's missed by his daddy. Joseph is slowly but surely coming to grips with what's fixing to happen and how much time he's going to be away. He's slowly but surely coming to grips with that, finally. I'm slowly but surely coming to grips with how much time he's going to be away. And what I'm seeing right now, y'all, it may change. I don't know. It may change. I don't know. We're going to see how this goes, where this goes. But for right now, I'm seeing him prioritize his son for the first time in 8 years. For the first time in Aiden's little life, he's prioritizing his son. And he is completely heartbroken over what he's done to this kid. When I tell you I'm seeing, not really seeing because I can't see, but I can hear bits and pieces of my beautiful boy again. I mean it. I mean it. Y'all know I went out in my garden and I prayed the prayer that no mama ever wants to have to pray. I was at my weakest point. I was at my wit's end with this child, this man, my son. I couldn't take anymore. I couldn't take anymore. And I went out in my garden and I prayed, Lord, fix him or take him. One of the two. Not this in between, this back and forth. Fix him or take him. Do I believe that that's happening right in front of my eyes? I do. I do. I honestly do. Do you know what a mama has to go through in order to pray a prayer like that? I do. Do you know what it takes happening in order for a mama to get to that point? If you don't, consider yourself lucky. You see these shoulders right here? They bear the weight of the world. Because my world is my family. And without my family, without my kids, without my grandkids, without my husband, I don't have a world. And it don't work when one of us is not up to par, or one of us is not here, or one of us is struggling. And for the past almost 16, it'll be 16 years in December. For the past almost 16 years, that's exactly where I've been swirling out of control. Almost 16 years of that built up inside of me. Hi, Tammy, baby. I hope you're doing okay. It has been swirling inside of me. And it's time for me to heal from all of it. It is. It's time for me to heal from all of it. All the hurt, all the pain, all the anger, all the grief, the frustration. Let me tell you, there's a whole lot of anger. Okay? There's a whole lot of anger. There's a whole lot of hurt. Hi, darling. There is a whole lot of it. And it's time for me to let go. It is time for me to find my peace and my happiness again. And it is time for me to get back to the chore of living my life instead of freaking surviving it. Because right now, I am doing no better than he was. Okay? If you know anything about addiction, you know that they don't live life. They don't. They don't have a voice. They don't live life. They freaking survive it from day to day or worse. And that's exactly what I've been doing. I have been so tensed up in a knot waiting on the phone call, the text message, the knock on the door. Okay? I've even said the words, hey, it's not a matter of if it happens to my son. It's when it happens to my son. And boy, did that ever come true, let me tell you. Okay? Let me tell you, that came true. If you've never grieved somebody that's still breathing and walking on this earth, you don't have a clue. You don't have a clue. And again, you need to consider yourself lucky. I know you do, baby. I know you do. I know you do. There ain't nothing easy about this life. Okay? And again, I can only speak from a mama's perspective, okay? There is nothing easy. There's nothing easy about loving an addict either way. But from my perspective of being the mom of an addict, there is nothing easy about this life. Nothing. Okay? You're kind of damned if you do and damned if you don't. Let's be honest about it. Okay? If you give in to your mama instincts and, you're out there taking care of everything for them, you're out there cushioning their file, you're out there just making sure that they eat and that they have a roof over their head or whatever, you're enabling. Okay? You're enabling. And in a lot of people's eyes, you're a POS. If you don't know what POS is, somebody will tell you in the comments, I'm sure. And if you don't, if you turn all the money off, you just stop. And all you can do is sit there and watch them destroy themselves and everybody around them and watch them free fall, you know? And somebody you know happens to see them out and about looking raggedy and haggard, then you're an even bigger POS because you won't help your child. Are you going to do it, Tammy? I hope you do. I hope you do. Bless your heart, Dawn. That is great, Brenda. That is great. Wow. Not only that, but when, you don't know if they've eaten, you don't know where they're sleeping or if they are sleeping, or you don't know what's going on with them. Okay? And that just adds to the anxiety. That just adds to the alertness. Okay? That my body it stayed rigid. Okay? I could not just sit down and, okay? I couldn't. I stayed on high alert. I No wonder I ache. No wonder I ache. Holy crap, my muscles are probably like, girl, you need to chill. It's a double-edged sword. Double-edged sword. Okay? Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Did you not know that if you enable him, you're going... Let me tell you something, okay? To this day, if he was out and about, okay, and he called me telling me he hadn't had anything to eat, okay, he was hungry, he hadn't had anything to eat, I would get on whatever app of whatever restaurant he wanted food from. I would place that order and he could go pick it up. Okay? Is that enabling? I don't think so. I'm not giving him the money to go get food. I'm ordering it for him and he could go pick it up. Okay? Of course, I don't have to worry about that, for 2 to 5 years. But that's the way it is. That's the way it is. I'm going to catch up on some comments. I'll be right back. Hey, Leslie. Leslie, you had a mild heart attack? Oh, my God. I know you're tired, Tammy. I know, baby. I know. I swear, our stories are so similar, it's scary. Amen, Dawn. My son's he's not trash either, They are, no matter what, he's still my beautiful boy, okay? I'm still his mama. I carried that child within my body for 9 months and gave birth to him, okay? I was the first one to hold him. No. That's still my beautiful boy. Somewhere inside, somewhere deep down, somewhere. He's not lost yet. He's not lost at all. Somewhere inside of that body, that beaten and battered body of his, is my beautiful boy. Somewhere in his soul is my beautiful boy. I won't, no, Mountaineer Mama says, I will not see him starving under a bridge. No. No. I will order him food. Okay? Again, I will never give him cash. Never. I will never give him my debit card or a credit card. Never. But I will order him groceries and he can go pick them up, or I'll order him food and he can go pick it up. Okay? I will. And if you wanna point that finger and wag it at me, you're an enabler. Well, I've got a finger for you. Okay? Oh, Tammy, bless your heart. I love you, girl. A lot of people don't like the way that I talk, and you know what? That's okay. I'm not here to please you. I'm here to share a story. I'm here to tell you, talk to your kids. Okay? Talk to your kids. Talk to your kids before you wind up in my shoes, somewhere you don't want to be. You don't want to live 10 seconds of the life that I've lived in this addiction stuff. You just don't. Talk to your kids. Again, a lot of people they don't like that. They don't like it. And you know what? That's okay. I ain't here to kiss butt. Okay? And I sure as shit ain't here for the money. What I'm here for is to make sure that no mama ever has to feel like I did for years. So alone in all this. So empty. So scared. So fed up. So ready to scream. And nobody standing there to even hear. Nobody standing there to even care. Nobody. And I'm here to make damn sure no mama ever has to go through that again. Okay? If they want a community, right here's their community. I'm sitting here with arms wide open. I have been just as raw and open and honest as I possibly can be. Okay? I've put it all out here. And I continue to do so. Known, honey, I know where you're at with that. For years and years, Paps and I, we just couldn't, we just couldn't get on the same page. We just couldn't. And it almost it almost ended us. It honestly did. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I left. I got fed up, okay, of not being seen, not being heard, not being what I felt like was respected. And it wasn't that I wasn't being respected. It was that my words were falling on deaf ears because he wasn't ready to hear it. He just wasn't. He wasn't ready to hear it. Yeah, supported. He wasn't ready to hear it. You know, I saw through Joseph's, bullshit. Okay? Paps wasn't there yet. Hey, Woozy. Paps wasn't there yet. He wasn't ready to... He wasn't ready to give up on his beautiful boy and see what was really going on. And that infuriated me because here I am, standing there telling him what's going on. Here's what we need to do. This is what's happening. Hello, smack, smack, smack. And I'd had my fill of it. We're coming up on, oh Lord, what are we coming up on? We just celebrated our 32nd anniversary. Okay? We've been together that long. And I was so fed up that I walked. Okay? Several times. Not just once. Several times. Yeah. Are we okay now? Yep, we are. We are stronger now. We are. We're probably stronger now than we've ever been. We're finally on the same page. Paps went through his own... My chair. Paps went through his own traumatic stuff when he pulled up, and watched Joseph be arrested. We had no clue that was coming. When I had to call him at work and tell him, get home now, the day that Joseph OD'd. Yeah. So he's had his own things happen. And, it's different when somebody else is going through it. It's hard to... Sometimes, if you don't want to see it, it's hard to find to be empathetic to that person. Okay? Because you're like, no, come on. No, it didn't happen like that. You're being dramatic or whatever, But when it happens to you, and it's the same exact stuff as what your wife or your significant other or your brother, sister, whoever it is, has been telling you has been going on with them, and what they've seen and what they've dealt with and what they feel, and you're like, holy shit. Yeah, that wasn't her being dramatic. That was her being traumatized. That was her being in shock. That was her being hurt and angry. And I got it. I got it now. And There's been a lot of growth. There has been. Like I said, my little world is made up of my kids, my grandkids, and my husband. And when one of us is not available, whether it be physically, emotionally, whatever, you know, uh, things don't run the way that they should. So, you know, I didn't know I was going to get into all that tonight, but okay, there you go. That's part of my story. Quit taking it personal, but that's not possible when it is your child. No, it is not possible. It is not possible. Everything is personal, okay? Especially when they start down the road of addiction when they're still a child themselves. Okay? I take that very personally. He was a teenager when he started. And I take that very personally. I took my eye off the ball because whatever reason, you know, I could sit here and give excuses, you know, I have them. They're valid, but I should have been mama first. I should have been mama first. Yeah. So, bye, Tammy. I love you. Same to you, babe. I'm right here. Thank you, Brenda. That Mountaineer, that's a what if. It is. What if his father had not passed from cancer? What if, you know what I'm saying? And those will drive you crazy. Trust me. Oh, they drive you crazy. I understand, though. Okay? I do understand. And that's tough. You know? My wife found me twice overdosed. Oh, Lord, bless her heart. I don't know how many times Kelly's found Joseph. Okay? I don't. I do know last August, Kelly's mama found Joseph. And let me tell you something. I owe that woman whatever I can do for her during this time of, her mother transitioning. I owe that woman the world because had she not went out to check on Joseph and found him and called 911, he wouldn't be here right now. By the time the ambulance got there, he was gone, y'all. There was no heartbeat. Nothing. He was gone. And I owe that woman, I owe that woman. So whatever I can do for her, I'm damn sure going to do it. Okay? I'm going to take care of her. I owe her big time. I do. I owe her big time. Let me wipe my eyes, y'all. Ugh. Jeff and I have been together for 30 and married 29. Jeff, too, has known 10 too, which made my life almost unbearable. Traumatized is the word. But, yep. Yeah. Our stories have great power. Amen. Amen. Love them where they are. Yep. Yep. Too many what ifs. Girl, don't I know that to be fact. Too many what ifs. Way too many. So, some new facts about me have come out. Told you I was healing. Am I going to heal out loud the whole time? I don't know. We'll see. Will there be new things that come up? Probably, yeah. Probably. You see, I have an 8-year-old boy sitting in there, somewhere in there. I hope he's in there. Paps is here. I have an 8-year-old boy in there that is dependent on me to show him the strength and the patience and the love that it takes to get through this. He's also dependent on me to show him the love, the kindness, the stability, the devotion, the home, and the family that he damn well deserves. He didn't ask to be brought into this shit show. He was born into it at no fault of his own. And it don't matter, and I know that's not proper English, but right now I don't care. It don't matter what anybody feels about his daddy, loving, hating, can't stand him, whatever. Okay? Whatever. And I'm gonna get right here and I want you to look at my face, okay? And I hope certain ones are watching, because I want you to hear this message. It does not matter what you feel about that kid's daddy. Not at all. That kid is not responsible for his daddy's actions. He's not. And he deserves every bit of love and compassion that any other kid does. None of this is his fault. Some people like to kind of group him in with his daddy. Okay? None of this is his fault. And your actions of keeping him at arm's length and not being what you need to be, that's your loss. That's on you. That's not on him. That's not on his daddy. And that sure as shit ain't on me. Okay? I'm just saying. Anyway. Well, guys, I think I've cried and slung snot enough tonight, don't y'all? Anybody got anything y'all want to talk about tonight before we end this little session? Anybody? Anybody? Please. Oh. Y'all, this is going to be a long road. I didn't I think it was Ashley maybe, said, I didn't get here overnight and I'm not going to heal overnight. And you're right, I'm not. I am not. I am, um, I'm going one day at a time. I think it was Randall. I know. I know what your real name is, okay? But I think that it was him that said, that I seem different, and something to that effect. And I told him, one day at a time. That's all I can do right now. Uh, and that's all I am doing. And I feel myself getting stronger and dumping a little bit of all this weight off my shoulders every day. Okay? I have got to where I can go through a memory or I can go through a story and process it and move on. Okay? Process it and move on. Heal from it and move on. Don't sit there and waller in it. I could. I have every right to sit there and waller in it. I do. After all these years and all the shit that I've dealt with and been put through, I have every right to sit and waller in my grief, my feelings, my emotions. Okay? I could. That ain't gonna do nothing for me but just keep me held down. Keep me from taking back my life. We're getting a visitor. Hang on. Yes. Can I help you with something?
I just wanted to tell you. Excuse me. I just wanted to tell you that I was just watching The Croods, and Gran said it's a shame you don't try as hard as you try to avoid trying. And then Don said, can you say that again, but slower?
Yes, Erica. Yes. Yes.
Hola.
Hola? Really?
Yes, hola. Don't you know? It's hello in Spanish.
I know that. Duh.
Your breath is hot.
That's because I've been talking a lot. So, it's got everything heated up. You know what?
It's a shame I don't try as hard as I try to avoid trying. Isn't it right?
Sure. Get out of there. They don't need to see up your nose.
No, they're seeing up my eyes.
You better
I'm staring
quit.
into their souls.
You better quit. Yes, ma'am, Dawn. You got it, babe. You got it.
I'm going to cling to your arm like cling wrap for the rest of my life until I get to be. I'm going to cling to your arm like cling wrap till I get to be 99 years old.
Wait a minute. If you're 99, how old is Nanny going to be?
I wasn't prepared for a follow-up question. So right now you're old, so you're 50.
We don't need to do the math, okay?
How old will you be when I'm 99?
We'll talk about that later. Okay? Dude.
I'm looking for food.
You're always looking for food. Y'all, he's been on a growth spurt, okay? Seriously.
I'm gonna eat some chocolate chip cookies from
Really?
Members Mark. I'm gonna go watch the cruise with Cat.
Y'all. Oh, Lord. We've got to be up at the butt crack of dawn tomorrow. We have somewhere to be. He and I do anyway. Kelly will be here, but oh my God. Oh, early morning appointments kill me. Okay? I don't do early mornings. I just don't. Give me something, around lunchtime or in the afternoon, and I'm there for it. I'm good. I'm there. Early mornings, just no. I just want to sit and drink my coffee and wake up. That's it. I don't want to do anything else. But crack of dawn. Ooh. I am not a morning person, y'all. Okay? I can get going. Depending on what time I get up, I can get going around 9:30. Sometimes 10 o'clock. Okay? And that's about the earliest. Just not a morning person. Just am not. They are. And he is awesome. Okay? He is. Whew, he keeps me going. He sure does. Oh, CF, good deal. 4:30? No. No. Now, the other morning, let me tell you something. Apparently, Aiden set a bunch of... He's got a Wi-Fi only phone, okay? And it's just for, his little games and stuff. And apparently he set a bunch of alarms on that phone. And they started going off at like 6 o'clock in the morning. Well, once my head comes up off that pillow, I'm up. Okay, I'm up. I don't want to be up, but I'm up. I had to dig around in his bed and find that phone. He never woke up. Not the first little bit. Oh, my Lord. Anyway, yeah. I had alarms going off every couple of minutes till I found that phone. Whew. Lord have mercy. One more thing. So, it seems, from what I've seen, that Senator Marsha Blackburn is running for governor of Tennessee. Yep. Yep. She is going to be running for governor of Tennessee. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. It can't be any worse than that ding-dong we've got in office here as governor right now. If y'all know Bill Lee, golly bum. He scares me. Okay? He does. He scares me. And he makes me shake my head all the time. So, we'll see. He is. He's up on that list. Okay? He's out there. Anyway, I just thought I'd pass that along. We'll see how this goes. Okay? I want to hear what she's about. I want to hear what her plans are before I have before I form an opinion. Okay. I want to hear what she's going to do. I have emailed her, and she has emailed me back a couple of times actually about this addiction issue and all that. She is one of the only ones, and I know it's an aide that's emailing back probably, and that's okay. Somebody's reading it. Somebody's reading my email. Somebody is answering with specifics every time. So it's not just like, a robo email coming back to me. And I want to hear what she's got to say. So we'll see. She seems like a good candidate. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. She can't be no worse than Ding Dong. I'm just saying. All right, y'all. Much love. I'll see you guys Sunday. Be sure to check out the cooking videos I've got coming up. Y'all, I've kind of added a little bit of addiction talk in with those, okay? Just so the algorithm doesn't get all effed up. So be sure to watch them. Show me some love. Love you guys. Mean it. Bye, y'all.